Well, Russ, clearly a very strange week for last weekend, and for understandable reasons that game was off.
Yeah, and I respect the decision, to be honest. Like I said in my programme notes, not everyone has to agree with my thoughts. I think that's politics, isn't it? But I think it was the right decision for the country and for football, really, to mourn the weekend, and that's what we did.
And then you were back into it on Tuesday night with, someone told me there were 0-0 draws and 0-0 draws, but that was one of the better ones.
Yeah, I believe so. I thought it was a great game with two good teams having a right go. But that's all it was. You know, we're disappointed we didn't get the extra 2 points, but we move on with plenty of positives.
Fair to say you played better in the second half of that one?
I think we had to manage the situation in the first half. Yeah, I think they had spells of good play, but they've got good players. And listen, there was only one team looking to win the game second half. Not that Ford weren't looking to win the game, but we just had the ascendancy, and we were really at it. And on another day, could have scored from the set piece, had a few snapshots without really testing Neil too much. But yeah, I was pleased with plenty of the performances. If
you put the Spennymoor performance and the Fire performance together now, is there a feeling things are now moving in the right direction?
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping the Brackley game was a blip, because the game before that at Peterborough was excellent as well. So it's one game at a time. You've got a new group. I'm fed up of saying it, and there's no excuses. But we're starting to gel nicely together over the last week, and I think you can start to see that on the pitch. So looking forward to a tough 10 days, 2 weeks ahead of us now.
Yes, first up, the FA Cup, which of course holds particularly fond memories from last season.
I'm sure, yeah, of course, and expectations have gone through the roof, haven't they? So, listen, I'm buzzing we're at home first and foremost. We did a lot of travelling last year in the qualifying rounds, but this game doesn't get any easier. This will be a tough game Saturday against a team who are flying in the league below. Some good players who I know, and we'll welcome them, but we're looking to win the game.
Yes, people always remember the Reading and the West Ham game. You didn't have to do some miles in the early rounds last season.
Yeah, and they were all tough games. Yeah, I think we played 3 Step 4 teams, all close encounters. They're all on 4G pitches, so it was tough, and we had to really grind out some of those results. We got a draw away at Ware, didn't we? We brought them back here. So we're just going to do everything we can to be in the hat on Monday.
Have you and Jimmy had the chance to have a first-hand look at Tamworth?
We've had them watched over the last week on Tuesday night, but in that league below we know a lot of managers and players who are all local, and we get the information and feedback off them. But to be honest, it's all about us on Saturday. We just have to keep what we're doing, and if we do that and keep the standards where they have been, we'll be okay.
You made the point that you've been drawn at home at this stage in particular. It's great, isn't it? Really, you have that advantage, obviously.
Well, yeah, and also for the home fans, they want to see games, don't they? And they want to see us play, and they can't always travel away. So for that reason only, it's good to be at home in the early stages. But a really good fixture, a little local derby. Used to play Tamworth many times in the league back when I played, so I look forward to it.
Yes, hopefully good crowd, and they'll bring a few tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, they're flying high. They've got some good players. Second at the moment in the league below, so they've got to fancy the chances also.
In terms of your squad, you've obviously had 1 or 2 injuries you've been carrying so far this season. How's it looking at the moment?
Pretty much the same, to be honest, Trev. It's slow, but that's just football for you. It's rough and ready, and that's what you need your squad for. So got some niggles and bruises from Tuesday night, and hopefully we can see a few more faces on the training ground tomorrow.
Are any of those who've been out close to coming back now?
Not for this Saturday, no. So it's just managing what we had in the squad on Tuesday, which is very good, by the way, to be fully fit going into the weekend.
A final point about the Cup. Obviously, you can get a little run. I'm not suggesting you're necessarily going to go as far as you did last season, but you get a little run going, on a couple of fronts. Financially, obviously, it's good, but you get the momentum, don't you, which kind of rolls into the league form as well.
100%. Some people will say that it hampered our league last season. I totally disagree. I thought it helped us produce the and back up performances in the league. Especially, I remember we lost 3 league games on the bounce, but they were always after FA Cup victories. So it kept the momentum, it kept the feel-good factor. And listen, everyone wants a good draw, don't they? So you're always looking at the TV the following Monday. And that's what we'll be looking to do this weekend.
I seem to remember, was it between the Reading and the West Ham game? You had about 6 or 7 games, and you kept it going over that period.
Yeah, we had a tough month, but like you said, when you've got that momentum, each win goes into the next win, and then all of a sudden you find yourself at the top of the table. So you know, I love the FA Cup, always loved it as a player. There's always that extra bit of excitement. And there'll be 2 teams on here Saturday looking to win the game.
Have a good one. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Just an extra word on the lads that you're waiting and hopefully getting back soon. We spoke to Jim in the week about how you keep those lads ticking over when they can't play. Toey in particularly, because you know he's really desperate to play. I know, isn't he? And it's a difficult one for everyone.
Yep. Sorry, I thought you were going to come up with another question there. Listen, it's frustrating from an injured player. That for me as a manager, it's very frustrating because I just want the players back, but they've got to be right. And you know, there's getting a second opinions and seeing doctors on the side. So we need this situation right, especially for Tom, because you know he's a big player. He's going to be a big player for the football club.